What is up, internet? Goezboom here. The trajectory of your life could really change in a single day. All it takes is for you to flip the on switch. Here's me with a messy room, a disorganized canvas, a bunch of overdue assignments, and now here I am, later on in the day, with a clean room and finished assignments. Now I know what everybody's thinking. Oh my god, Goezboom, oh my god. That's amazing. Nobody's ever cleaned their room or done homework before, you know? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to start somewhere, right? And for a lot of people, that's a good place to do that when you flip the on switch on. You're like, okay, I gotta make a change, I gotta do something. You should, boom, go to your room, do what's right in front of your face, and then do, whatever you feel comes after. So for me, another thing that I want to do to pretty much flip the on switch on is to start back up this YouTube channel and take it more seriously. So I'm starting this series, Ascending, I guess, whatever the hell. And essentially, like, it's going to be following the Sam Sulek formula, where he just kind of goes to the gym every day and vlogs it. So I'm going to be doing that pretty much, but instead of me going to the gym and trying to build muscle and become as big as possible, I am going to be trying to looks max and become as handsome and attractive as possible. So instead of, me trying to put on a bunch of calories or down a bunch of calories and get big, I'm going to be in a caloric deficit and be trying to get hollow cheeks and de-bloat my face and stuff like that. Which, a lot of people are going to call gay and judge me for it and say that it's feminine. And, maybe it is a bit feminine, but at the end of the day, nobody that I know in real life knows about this YouTube channel. So this is all going to be like a big secret that, I'm doing separate from my real life. And so nobody's going to know that I'm doing all this crazy stuff. They're just going to see me and be like, oh, he looks good. So it's, it works. And yeah, I have a lot of time to dedicate to this because I don't really have a social life. And I'm in university, and a lot of my day is sort of spent by myself. So I could, focus a lot of that energy towards looks maxing and YouTube, which sounds a bit sad. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are out here, maybe socializing and partying and stuff like that, but they're not building anything. Maybe that's a cope that I'm using, but at the same time, I could, using your time to sort of build a brand and looks max isn't a bad way to spend it. And yeah, so that's what this series is going to be about. Hopefully you guys can keep watching, and we'll see how I, am by episode 100, episode 500. Yeah, hopefully my videos will get a lot better by then too. I know a lot of this is just me sort of like rambling, but yeah, it should get better as time goes on. But anyway, I have legs at the gym today, so I'm going to be going over there. It's 11:30 at night, but who cares? I'm going to be going to the gym, hitting legs, and yeah, should be fun. I'm here at the gym. I'm glad that I came fucking late so I could like film myself without looking like a dumbass. But yeah, leg day is literally the worst shit ever. That's why I only do one set per exercise, because I hate it. But yeah, last time I was able to get this shit leg press for 360 for 7 reps. So I'm gonna try to do the same here. Yeah, I'm doing progressive overload, science-based stuff. And yeah, see if I can get this shit for 7. I don't know, I'm not feeling it, so if I could do that, awesome. I'll surprise myself. Fuck, bro. I was able to get that shit for 8, but I swear that shit made my head feel like it was gonna explode or something. On God, bro. Fuck hitting legs. But luckily, I got the worst shit out of the way. Squat variant. And yeah, now I'm just gonna be hitting other stuff like RDL and hip thrust and things like that. So shouldn't be as bad. But I was able to hit that shit for, I think I hit the 75s for like 8 reps. Last time I did the 70s for 8 reps too. So that means, yeah, I'm progressing. Not really concerned with hitting like 1,000 sets for every exercise. As long as I like am progressing each time, I'm cool with just doing like 1 set. Because that means I'm building muscle. So yeah. I'm probably gonna film, not gonna film the rest of my workout, and yeah. Alright, fucking leg day complete and shit. Now I'm on the treadmill. Gonna try to do 45 minutes on this shit. And yeah, I used to just do like 30 minutes. I used to do only 30 minutes of cardio, but lean is law, and it just looks better. The more cardio you do, good for inflammation, digestion, and all that. So, let's go. Post cardio, finish the 45 minutes, and I decided to hit the sauna too, just because it's late and not that many people are there. So, took it as a good opportunity to do that. And yeah, I usually don't hit the sauna on like most of the week except on my rest days. But I don't know, just to start this ascension off good, I wanted to sort of, combat inflammation and get all those benefits. So yeah, fuck it. Let's go. That post sauna glow. Bro, you could already tell, even just one sauna sesh will make your cheeks like more, less inflamed. It takes the inflammation away. Even in my nose, bro, I feel like my nose gets more like, just nicer, And that's because like for the past 3-4 days or so, I've been eating like these really high sodium foods. So I had a lot of inflammation that the sauna is kind of good for getting rid of. But I mean, it's not like a end all be all. You can't like replace like the sauna with like a good anti-inflammatory diet. But it's a good, if you want to like make a change in your diet and go down that anti-inflammatory route, the sauna is a good way to like kickstart it. Granted, you're like dieting correctly and everything too, so yeah. My hair is also looking pretty fire. I think it's gonna grow out nicely. I got like a haircut maybe like a week or 2 ago, and the barber did like a nice job with like the shape. It's should grow out nice, and yeah, so. Artemis 2 is on that bitch right now, bro. It's never too late to ascend, boys. It's never too late to put the work in, If you don't have the traditional, get up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. schedule, that's okay in today's world. You could definitely, find some sort of way to make it work. If you're a night owl like me, nothing wrong with going to the gym late as long as you go, So that's my philosophy. Find a way that works for you. Type shit. Stepping up in this bitch. About to add the eggs in. I just like throw the eggs in like once the steak kind of like bleeds a little. Yeah, I don't cook it for too long. Supposedly if you keep it raw, it preserves like some of the digestive enzymes. I don't know how true that is. Yeah, that's what like the raw food side of like the internet be claiming, but I think they're kind of schizophrenic. Either way though, I leave it raw for that, and also because it makes it like chewier and it grows your like your masseters, your face muscles and stuff. So yeah, but I mean whatever, steak is steak. Flip the like a little thing over, see if it's cooked. Okay, and I'm about ready to throw the eggs in. This is kind of hard to do with one hand, bro. Hold up. Oh yeah, big protein. It tastes better than it looks, okay? I'm also gonna be taking down my second half gallon, which I'm gonna be adding a Crystal Light to, so I can actually freaking finish it. Because I don't like just drinking water by itself. Sugar free, by the way. And I'm also gonna be adding a scoop of electrolytes because I'm fucking super depleted. After being in the sauna for 30 minutes, I have like a freaking headache. You know, I don't really like this electrolyte powder this much. I wish I had a better one. Because this one's fucking super high in sodium. And everybody's always saying, oh my god, your electrolytes need sodium. But actually, you get like a crap ton of sodium throughout your regular diet. So that's actually not ideal. It's better to have like much more potassium. Like Prime is actually a better formula than this stuff. There's like, yeah, like where is it? 500 milligrams of sodium to 200 milligrams of potassium, so not ideal, but whatever. Let's go, bro. Dinner made. That's the steak and the eggs right there. I didn't end up going with the peanut butter sandwich. Maybe I'll make it in a bit, just to get my calories up. Yeah, I don't want to, like I said, be like the skinniest person in the room, go on some crazy calorie deficit. Like, I definitely am like focused on preserving muscle, but being lean too, right? So like just finding that balance. So protein shake too, just to, you know, protein max, and I'm eating about like 5-6 potassium pills with this just to combat all the sodium I got from the electrolytes and from the salt I put here and in the protein shake, which this has about 125 milligrams of sodium. So I got the potassium pretty much to keep like a 1-to-1 sodium potassium ratio. Like ideally people say to keep it like 3-to-1, but that's kind of crazy for me. I think that's like spending too much money on potassium, and also it's not even technically the best. You don't want to be flushing all that sodium out of your body either. You want to keep a healthy ratio, which is for me a 1-to-1 just works, and it's just like fine for, you know, staying unflamed and shit like that, bro. So yeah, bro, already from like even a minute from hopping back on just like the natural foods only stuff, like I feel my masters like being worked again. I swear to God. Like when I was only eating fast food for the past week or so, 2 weeks maybe, just because it was convenient, I didn't notice it, but like my jaw wasn't even like being worked. And like when I look at pictures of like when I would just eat natural foods only, like I feel like I had like a better just face, but it's because like you need to work your face muscles by like actually chewing real food. So yeah, exciting, bro. Wonder how I'm gonna look like in a week or two from following all this sort of stuff consistently. All right, here I am in my bathroom after the gym, and I'm about to pin my peptides and my test. So here I have my peptides. I keep them in a jar because it prevents them from like growing germs or bacteria, makes them like last longer, I guess. And today I'm gonna pin my GHKCU, and I was supposed to do rated true tide too, but I have to like reconstitute it, and I don't know if I want to do that right now because I want to start bulking in about a month, and I'm probably not going to be using rated true tide while I do that, but we'll see if I reconstitute it. But for now, I'm going to definitely pin my GHK. I'm going to be doing 2 milligrams of that. I do that 2 milligrams Monday through Friday, so yeah. Okay, I don't exactly know YouTube's like policies or rules on this sort of thing, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna be running through my process anyway. So first, I'm gonna sanitize the freaking peptide, spray it with alcohol like that, kind of wipe it down. sanitize my needle. New needle every time. Some people use like the same one for different injections. That's really stupid because you don't know, like, you could literally like get a huge infection and die. So don't do that. Well, I don't know if you'll die, but either way, it's a bad idea. So we're going to get about 8 at the 8th mark here. What the hell? I mean, that should be about 2 milligrams. Oh my god, bro. Like a bunch squirted out after, dude. That's probably like $20 worth of freaking GHK there that came out. So I need to like get that little drop in to make sure I don't waste my money. And yeah, so we are going to pin this shit, sanitize that bitch again, sanitize the needle, and I don't know if YouTube literally like allows me doing that, so I'm gonna turn around and do it. I'm gonna put the camera up while I do this crap. Sanitize myself. And yeah, let's go. Nice and slow. Ching. There we go. 2 milligrams of GHK administered. I don't know if I'm gonna reconstitute my radar or not. I'll decide on that later, but for now, that was the GHKCU, and now for the test. Alright, so next I'm gonna pin the test, but I don't know if I'm gonna actually put that on video because I feel like that's a lot worse, like YouTube wise, than just peptides. So test E, call me a pussy for this, but I always put like lidocaine on my delt beforehand because I don't want it to like essentially hurt, and also I could like mess up the pinning if I'm, you know, if it hurts me, so like I don't put it the full way. So I always lidocaine my shoulder beforehand to make sure I like pin it correctly and it could be like more comfortable. But I don't know, whatever. Call me a pussy if you want, but hey. Yeah, bro. Jesus, that was a lot of pills. Some people say they struggle, like even downing one pill. That's not me. I don't care. I could just do a bunch. So it definitely comes in handy for something like this. I could just take all my everything I need to for the day at once. But if you're gonna do something like that, you have to make sure you do it with a meal, because that'll really like upset your stomach if you do it while it's empty. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty freaking cold. This is actually part of my, damn, this shit gets cold as fuck. This is actually a part of my morning skincare routine, because it like wakes you up. Not really something you want to be doing at night ideally, but this is good for like reducing inflammation. If you do it consistently, it has like a lot of good skin health benefits. So we're gonna be adding it in there. I guess technically it isn't really something that has like the most craziest pharmaceutical benefits, but it's pretty easy to do. If you do it in the morning, it can make your skin look really good all day, so it's a pretty good thing to add into your routine, and it's healthy for your skin, you know. So okay, so after I ice my face, I'm just gonna be washing it with a gentle moisturizer, just using La Roche-Posay hydrating gentle cleanser. Just get some basic shit, especially if you're on Accutane. You don't need anything crazy. 1 squirt. Gonna rub it around the face. Lock. Oh, alright. Okay. Shit off the towel. And yeah, it's very important to do after the gym, especially because you don't want the sweat and like just different stuff throughout the day to be giving you pimples. Ideally, you should probably be taking a shower instead of just washing your face. But I mean, me, since I go to the gym late, I don't want to like go home and do the whole shower thing. Not to sound gross, I shower in the morning, so I'd rather just wash my face because it's faster. But yeah, so second thing would be I put Avene Cyclofate on my face every night. This is part of my nighttime routine. I don't do this in the morning, but this is it's like similar to the Roche-Posay Cicaplast. It essentially just treats irritated skin. Has just a lot of benefits for skin healing, you know. And it's great if you're on Accutane to prevent that sort of like cracked dryness that it causes. So I put this every night. Either La Roche-Posay Melassol Serum or Eucerin's anti-pigment serum. This is actually a lot stronger than this one. This one has something called thiamidol, which kills melanin receptors in your, like, where it's applied. La Roche-Posay just sort of stops new melanin receptors from forming. Now, you might be wondering why I want to target the melanin receptors in my face, and it's because I use something called melanotan, and that causes your face to have dark spots and sometimes decoloration, hyperpigmentation, right? And so I don't actually want that because I don't think that looks very good. So if I use thiamidol, it helps my skin to have a really even skin tone, especially if I'm using melanotan twice throughout the week. I think I'm supposed to use it tomorrow as part of my routine. So Melassol, or I'm using the thiamidol for today. And then finally, I'm using hyaluronic acid. This just helps to trap moisture. I use this in the morning and at night because you sort of just could, and doesn't really have anything bad about it. I just put it on my lips and on my under eyes because that's where I think, volume looks the best. And then anything else that I have remaining, I just kind of rub it on my face. And that's the nighttime routine, bro. So pretty W.